Beyond the Gates spoilers Friday, May 9. Eva's apology, Kat's betrayal, Anita and Vernon's damage control. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Friday, May 9 imply that Eva Thomas will continue to apologize to those she's hurt the most, while Kat Richardson witnesses something shocking that will leave her feeling betrayed. Plus, the Drupe family will be in damage control mode, so it's time to take a deeper dive into what to expect for Friday's episode. First off, fans saw Eva attempt to make amends for her actions during the Thursday, May 8 episode. While cleaning out her desk at the Richardson family mansion, she ran into Nicole Richardson and apologized. However, Danny Dupree stormed in before Eva and Nicole could talk things out. Danny demanded that Eva leave, and the girl instantly exited. Eva ended up at her mom's place next, and the two had it out. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Glimmer Line, your go-to for all the latest spoilers, gossip, and TV buzz. I'm Selena, and today we're spilling the tea on everything you've missed. Let's dive right in. Eva attempted to reason with Leslie Thomas about why she tried to stop her from spilling about the affair, but her mother didn't want to hear anything about it. Leslie felt as if Eva chose Nicole and Ted in this situation and wanted the girl out of her life. In fact, Leslie already had Eva's things packed up in a suitcase and officially kicked her out of their apartment. The silver lining during the May 8 episode was that Eva's final visit of the day was Ted's hotel room. While he didn't fully forgive her for the role she played in Leslie's scheme, he did suggest a clean slate. He also promised he'd never turn his back on her again. At the very least, Eva and Ted can now start to build a relationship together. With that said, BTG spoilers hint that Eva will continue to try to make things right during the May 9 show and hand out an apology. So who will she run into, and can she truly make amends? Speaking of, it sounds like Kat will see a bonding moment between two people that will completely catch her off guard and feeling vexed. As her world literally just got rocked 24 hours ago, what could this be about now? Will Kat see her father, Ted, bonding with Eva? Then again, this might be about Tom Navarro. During the May 8 episode, Kat and Tom got closer as she confided in him about what happened at her parents' anniversary party. She also pleaded with him to take a step back from his friendship with Eva. If Kat stumbles upon Eva and Tom in a close moment, she could have a meltdown. Lastly, it looks like the Dupree family will be in damage control mode due to Leslie's controversial bombshell earlier this week. During the May 8 episode, Anita Dupree and Vernon Dupree were grateful that there was no mention of Ted and Nicole's bash on social media. However, as fans know, a lot can change in Fairmont Crest within a matter of minutes. So could a video hit the internet and go viral? Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that both Vernon and Anita are experts when it comes to smoothing any scandal their family faces. So if the proverbial poop does hit the fan, they'll likely find a way to calm the situation down immediately. The Beyond the Gates What to Watch moment for Friday, May 9, focuses on Eva and Kat try to make changes in their lives. Plus, the fallout of Ted's scandal continues to shake up the Duprees. The Duprees are scrambling to clean up the mess from Ted's betrayal. Likely, they will want things to go back to the way things were. If there's anything that we learned from this family, it's that they know how to navigate storms. They know who to call when scandal strikes. It's as if they could snap their fingers and make it all go away. Remember when Danny showed up to Bill and Haley's wedding with a gun in hand? The family was able to move on, but will they be able to clean up this mess, or will it be more than they can handle? This might be something that won't go away easily or quietly. Eva and Kat are already at odds. The running BTG fan theory is that these ladies are twins, separated at birth. They will continue to be on opposing sides. On Friday's episode, Eva finds herself in a difficult position, no thanks to Leslie's actions. She unveiled the truth about Ted's past, and every family has been now dragged into it. This will leave the young woman to make amends on her own. Her reputation could be tarnished because of her mother. Will she be accepted again, or will she find herself as an outsider? No matter what happens, this will likely change her life, and not for the better. Meanwhile, Kat is also making a change in her life. She will experience an intimate moment that could forever change things. Of course, this is a soap opera, so this situation might not change things for the better. There seems to be a theme with these two ladies. Their lives parallel more than they know. In the morning, Vernon finds Anita in their living room, flipping through Nicole and Ted's wedding album. As they try to make sense of everything they've learned, Vernon calls both of their sons-in-law jackasses. However, they note that Bill also went to extremes for them. Chelsea arrives seeking a moment of peace in the midst of so much chaos. Like everyone else in the family, she's struggling to wrap her head around everything. In her case, though, it's more about Bill. She knew her dad was a bad guy, but if he really threatened Dana and her unborn child, that makes him a straight-up villain, and that's not something Chelsea can reconcile. Vernon doesn't doubt Leslie's words for a second. He fully believes that Bill would make those threats but doubts that he would actually go through with it, and Anita agrees. Ted comes to Leslie's apartment, declaring what a mistake it was to let her go. He passionately kisses her. Breathless, she asks if it's real. His expression darkens and he growls, "Of course not." He calls her a monster, and Leslie jolts awake on the couch. Meanwhile, Bill cuddles up with Haley at home on their sofa, flirtatiously wondering if they made a baby last night. She playfully calls him bad, leading them to discuss how majorly Ted messed up. Cue Ted's entrance, still in his suit from the party. "How could you do this to me?" He spits at his former brother-in-law. How could Bill not tell him he had a child? Surprised to hear Leslie kept the baby, Bill clarifies that he never actually intended to follow through with his threats against her. He felt his words were effective enough on their own. Of course, with a loose cannon like Leslie, there were never any guarantees. Bill also says that Ted should have come to him directly as soon as he knew that Leslie was back in town and that he's earned himself some time in the doghouse. Those Duprees know how to hold a grudge, Bill reminds him, which Haley agrees with from across the room. Bill invites Ted to stick around for breakfast, but Haley puts a stop to their little boy's mourning. Ted never stuck up for Haley when Danny was targeting her, so why should she be hospitable to him now? Eva comes to Nicole's office, still in her dress from the party. She sadly packs up her desk and fondly examines a bottle of Febreze. Nicole shuffles in. "What the hell are you doing here?" Eva knows she messed up and doesn't blame Nicole for hating her. Nicole says she doesn't, but Danny, who joins them, does. Eva leaves in tears. Alone with her sister, Danny produces chocolates, a bubble bath, and even Nicole's favorite childhood bear. It's a care package that Nicole refers to as what you get your sister who has everything and just found out it's all a lie. Then Danny throws a real curveball. Despite coming over to help Nicole move past Ted's betrayal, she tries to spin the situation in a different way. She suggests that paying Leslie to go away and devoting his entire life to Nicole was Ted's way of showing how much he loves her. Danny reminds Nicole that she's been the center of Ted's universe ever since, though Nicole reminds her that he was merely covering his tracks. Danny says that Ted's mistake happened a lifetime ago, and they've all grown into different people since then. Is there a universe where you forgive Ted and move forward together, bruised but not broken? Danny asks, to which Nicole immediately replies, "No, I can't take a step back and take my own advice, or allow myself to take yours." Nicole feels stuck. Her entire life stopped when the truth came out, and she's unable to feel or do anything. The exact opposite of how Danny reacted when her own marriage imploded. Nicole's next stop is to Vernon and Anita's, where she begins with a totally unnecessary apology. She feels bad for putting the family through another public scandal, and for everyone having to help Nicole pick up the pieces of her shattered life. Vernon and Anita assure her that there's nothing more she could have done to keep this from happening, but seeing their united front as a couple only makes her more devastated that her own marriage is over. Eva makes another attempt at returning home. This time, Leslie is waiting to give her a piece of her mind. "I gave birth to you," Leslie reminds her. "I raised you." She couldn't believe Eva would toss her aside for someone who doesn't even care about her. "He didn't care because he didn't know I existed," Eva shouts back. "And that is because of you." But Leslie remains indignant, revealing that Eva is no longer welcome to stay there. "I can't live with somebody I cannot trust," she says. She doesn't even care that Eva slept in her car the night before. "I guess you better call your father," Leslie says. "Maybe you can stay with him, and he'll take care of you." Leslie then stands there like an ice queen as Eva tearfully walks out of the apartment. Taking her mother's advice, Eva shows up at Ted's hotel, where he's much more open to talking than he was the night before. When he asks what Eva wanted from him, she says, "I wanted to meet my dad, and after that, I wanted to know you." She knows he's upset with her, but she's hoping it counts for something that she tried to stop Leslie from going through with her plan. "Now that we know each other, maybe we can mean something to each other," she tells him. Eva also says it was Leslie's idea to go after Nicole. She convinced Eva that hurting Nicole was the best way to hurt Ted. Ted, like everyone else, isn't sure where to go from there, but he said he's down to hit the reset button on their relationship and see where things go. Tom's meets Kat at the country club and gets caught up on Eva being her sister. She declares that Martin can get to know her, but DNA will be the only thing she has in common with Eva. Tom's raises an interesting thought. He's not excusing what Leslie and Eva did, but he thinks Kat might be angry with the wrong person. She should be mad at Ted for having an affair, not Eva for being born into a difficult situation. Kat makes him promise he won't spend another moment with her, but before he can give an answer, he's interrupted by a text from work. After attempting to life Nicole's spirits, Danny's next stop is to Bill's house, and this time, she's not looking for a fight with Haley. No, Danny's got a bone to pick with her affair covering, woman-threatening ex-husband, and we can't wait to hear what she has to say. Beyond the Gates spoilers indicate that Leslie Thomas is out to make the people that wronged her pay, and has a vendetta against the entire Drupe clan. She just exposed Ted Richardson at his anniversary party as the man no one knew he has, as he had an affair with her and produced a child, Eva Thomas. This created shockwaves in the Fairmount Crest community and rattled his wife, Nicole Richardson, especially. Leslie also revealed the role that Bill Hamilton played in the cover-up. Leslie would definitely want to go after Bill next. Leslie revealed at Ted and Nicole's anniversary party that Bill forced her into leaving town and to have an abortion. Bill threatened to sell her baby on the black market if she did not do what he asked, making Leslie fear for herself and her child. There is no doubt that Leslie would have a score to settle with Bill now that the truth about his role in covering up Ted's deception was. Leslie is bound to go after Bill now that she has revealed her grudge against him. First, she would try to convince his wife, Haley Lawson Hamilton, that Bill is not to be trusted, and that eventually Bill will turn against her. Leslie would try to convince Haley to get out before it's too late and Bill destroys her too. Leslie would want to make sure that Bill is destroyed professionally as well. She could hire someone using the money she blackmailed out of Ted to bring down Bill's firm. Or perhaps she could find another woman was sexually harassed by Mike Davis and Leslie could use this to her advantage, as Bill paid the woman off to keep quiet about what Mike has done. Leslie would be relentless in her pursuit to bring Bill down. What do you think? Do you think Leslie will go after Bill next? Will Leslie try to convince Haley that Bill will destroy her too? Will Leslie bring down Bill's law firm? Keep watching Beyond the Gates, weekdays on CBS, to find out what's next. And don't forget to check back right here for all your latest Beyond the Gates information, news, and spoilers. Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that while Leslie Thomas recently spilled the tea about her affair with Ted Richardson, there might be more to this story than meets the eye. Bill Hamilton's name got dropped during Leslie's truth bomb at Ted and Nicole Richardson's anniversary bash as an accomplice, but was he more than a third party that tried to help Ted? Bill and Leslie are like two peas in a pod. Both lie, manipulate, and are sleazy. The only difference between them is that Bill gave his daughters the world, while Leslie used her daughter to further an agenda. Poor Eva Thomas was like a pawn in Leslie's game, only knowing the half-truths to the story. She ended up helping her mom break up the Richardsons, and now she feels terrible about it. With that said, there's a very good chance that Leslie and Bill had a secret affair back in the day. While it's clear that Leslie is obsessed with Ted, this doesn't mean she didn't do the deed with Bill at one point back in the day, right? If Leslie and Bill did cross a line, there's always a chance that Eva is Bill's daughter. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of May 5 to 9 reveal that there is more to the story regarding Bill's involvement with Leslie and Ted. This could mean that they are partners, and Bill brought Leslie to town to purposely ruin Ted and Nicole's marriage, or that Bill and Leslie could have been involved themselves. While Leslie has a DNA test to prove Eva is Ted's, in the land of soaps, these are tampered with all the time. If Leslie could score a nurse's job to inject an unknown substance into Laura Peterson's IV bag, she could slip into the hospital lab and switch up test results, or DNA samples for that matter. Could Eva be Bill's daughter and not Ted's? Drop a comment below. Watch the CBS Soap Daily to catch all the drama in Fairmont Crest, and visit CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates news, updates, and spoilers. Martin Richardson has a deep, dark family secret on Beyond the Gates. His grandparents were willing to give in to Bill's blackmail in order to keep it under wraps. And Martin keeps have dreams where something violent happened and he was somehow involved. Fans have floated theories that Martin either killed Andrew's parents or Terrell and Samantha's parents, which would make sense if our suspicions about him come true. No one could have missed what a control freak Martin is. He told his husband, Smitty, that Smitty wasn't allowed to go back to work. His job was to stay home, keep house, raise the children, and use as much tidy as possible. Even though Smitty is the one who, as he said, sits on 3 PTA committees, when Tyrell was having problems at school, Martin was the one who stomped down there, started issuing demands, and made things worse. Martin told Samantha she couldn't model or date, and when the truth came out about Ted's affair with Leslie/Dana, Martin managed to make it all about himself and even physically attacked his dad. Martin is controlling. Martin is violent. Martin demands that his husband and kids play the roles he set out for them. Martin wants to run for president, and for that, he needs the perfect family. That describes our Congressman Richardson, doesn't it? You know who else it describes. A family annihilator. According to National Institutes of Health, a family annihilator is self-righteous, disappointed, anomic, and paranoid. Self-righteous perpetrators viewed the breakdown of the family unit as intolerable and sought to punish the instigators. An additional 2 types were also identified. These were disappointed and paranoid.